My name is Garrett Sims, and this is a Saturday night special of Guarantee News. I am here reporting. I just got back from the gym. I was about to go out on a Saturday night. I'm looking at the news, and Trump in his a rally in Pennsylvania had an attempted assassination. There was an assassination attempt on the former president Donald Trump at his rally in Pennsylvania. This just happened about an hour ago. I have to start this by saying I have never done anything like this before in Guarantee News. I have not planned anything for this. I have not really watched any videos. I'm looking at Twitter. I don't even know what to show you guys because I just have Twitter up right here because it's so crazy. I don't even know what to say or what to think about what's fucking going on right now. So I want to start this off by saying if I seem like I'm thinking or I don't have a plan or I don't know what's going on, it's because it's the truth. I just fucking saw what's happening. I have the news right here. I'm looking at this. I'm about to just go off the cuff and just say a bunch of shit. First, let me just say what I do know, okay? Let me say what I do know. It's official. Trump had a rally in Pennsylvania today, and there was an attempted assassination on his life. The shooter is dead. One of the people at the rally is dead, and another person at the rally is in critical condition now. When it originally happened, people were not sure if Donald Trump or when it originally happened, people didn't know if it was a shooting, if it was something else. If you hear the video of what it is, I'll show it at some point, but I'm going to talk for a little bit. If you hear the video, it did sound like shots. You can see Donald Trump from the video that I'm just going to keep playing. I'm just going to leave this probably playing in the background, honestly. Let me mute this. From the video that's playing in the background right here, you can see that Trump, he's bleeding from, the right side of his face. He's pumping his fist to the crowd. Now, again, somebody died, and I'm looking at what is this, MSNBC. I've been switching from MSNBC, CNN, Fox, because in the way that these three or different news stations is covering this event is also insane. I'm going to get to that, I don't know, at some point, but I'm just going to keep going. I'm not even going to think right now. I'm just going to let my thoughts come out. I'm looking at MSNBC right now. They said somebody in the stands, they're already talking to people in Pennsylvania who were there. There was a man who said he was in the stands. He was close to the guy that got hit and was killed instantaneously. He said that he had family that seemed to be with him. A few of them were hysterical. Right off the bat, you have to say, rest in peace. Rest in peace to everyone, to the person that lost their life. You hope that the person that's in critical condition is okay. And you hope that no matter what you think about Donald Trump, any of this shit, you have to be glad that he's okay. And why I'm on this line, I want to remember this. So I want to read this immediately, because if you follow GS Studios on anything, if you follow me on anything on social media, you could see that I made a joke about just what's going on, and you've seen that in everything with Twitter, and that's a thing. But I also want to make this clear because this is important to me, because I consider myself a real journalist. And I'm trying to find this fucking tweet. And if I can't find it in like 2 seconds, you guys just won't see. I'm just going to fucking read it out loud, which is what I'm about to do. Fuck it. This is by Barack Obama. And I'm reading this right now because I feel like it perfectly is kind of going in to what I want to say right now about joking about this. There is absolutely no place for political violence in our democracy. Although we don't yet know exactly what happened, this is tweeted beforehand, we do know what happened. We should all be relieved that former President Trump wasn't seriously hurt, and use this moment to recommit ourselves to civility and respect our politics. Michelle and I are wishing him a quick recovery. So I just want to get that out of the way right now, that there is no jokes that should be hailed in this. And no matter what's going on, there should be no fucking political violence going on in our country. Okay. So there's that. I already fucking read it. My computer is moving so fucking slow. I'm gonna ignore it. This is insane. This is insane. I don't know whether to just speak on facts at this moment, to speak on my opinion. Fuck. We are, 4 months away from election night. there was just like a fucking assassination attempt on Donald Trump's life. He was rushed off stage.
Oh, we see
He's
Donald
pumping
Trump
his
there.
fist. The crowd is reacting positively to it. It was, in fact, a shooting. The shooter is dead. An attendee at the event is dead, and somebody else, another attendee, is in critical condition. That's the facts. I mean, all I can do now is left is getting to an opinion. Before I get into any opinion, I want to just blatantly say right now, this is me just talking about what I think. This is me covering an event that I have not seen anything quite like this in my entire life, as somebody that loves journalism, respects journalism, and wants to put themselves on honesty. I want to say right now that a lot of the things that I'm about to say are just me speculating, and I have no facts to back them up. And we know that Trump is alive and that he is okay, and we hope for his recovery, because no matter what, something like this is disgusting. This event, already what it's doing on Twitter, what it's doing to people's views of Trump, first off, it looks like this could be something that helps Trump. It could be something that turns him to a martyr. I mean, I don't fucking know. Like, the view on Twitter looking at things right now, there's people that they're putting they're putting him around behind 50 Cent. They're making jokes about it. First off, right now, the jokes, there's too much with the jokes. Second off, now it's clear that I'm here for a reason, because he got hit like I got hit, but he ain't freaking breathing. People are doing 50 Cent. So the jokes are gonna, I don't even want to get into that. I don't even want to look at the jokes on Twitter right now. So the jokes or what's happening. This could be something that turns out to be good for Trump. It could help him. Polling numbers could start to... I don't know. This is so early. I don't know what to fucking say. Maybe we should just watch fucking together. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I should just watch together and we should talk. I'm going to give about 30 minutes of stream. I'm going to try to see, what is this, NBC News? We're going to watch this shit together, because there's so much that I can say. I don't want to say the wrong thing right here, but I want to be live in this insane, crazy, historic moment in American history. I've told you guys everything I've known. There's things that are going to come out of this in the near future. I can tell you that the Republican convention starts on Monday. Donald Trump, as of now, who knows what's going to happen on Monday? It was planned that he's going to have to announce who his vice president is going to be. Polling numbers all over have been showing that Donald Trump has a lead on Joe Biden, or they're very even. But you are hard-pressed right now to show or to find a poll that shows that Joe Biden is ahead. And this could put a battery in Trump's back for... Let me play this right now.
Yeah. All right, Terry, thank you very much. As we continue to look at some of the pictures of the aftermath, we've shown you some of the still photos as well of people crouched down for safety, not sure at that moment where the threat was coming from. I want to tell you, we are hearing that we will hear from the president. We read his statement a few minutes ago. We will hear from President Biden at some point this evening. We don't have a firm time on that, but we'll keep you honest and let you know when we know more about that. In the meantime, let me bring in our senior Washington correspondent, Hallie Jackson. Hallie, we're all shocked and certainly saddened over the loss of life here and the injuries, and we're certainly grateful that the former president is okay. But this is going to be a very tough conversation in the weeks coming forward, one we've had on different levels before. Share your thoughts, if you would.
Yeah, and none of it, of course, taking away, Lester, from, as you described, the urgency and frankly, the devastation of this moment, given what we have now learned about what has happened at this rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. I can tell you that our team here at NBC News is out to a myriad of campaign sources close to former President Trump. And obviously, the latest that we've heard, and you've been reporting this, is that he is okay. He is, in the words of a spokesperson, fine and being looked at. We are seeking more information. I can also tell you that based on a message to staff obtained by our colleagues here at NBC, Alan Smith and Matt Dixon. A top campaign official is telling staff members that everything is okay, that we have no details to share at this time, but saying they'll follow up soon with more information. They are directing staff members to not speak with members of the media. They want what they describe as a total lockdown here. They add that your personal safety is of the utmost importance here. To pray, remain vigilant, and be strong. That is the messaging now, according to NBC News, that Trump campaign staff members are getting from the top, as there is just, it is always, of course, it is chaotic in the moments after something like this happens. And it's also, I think, another reason to be extraordinarily careful in what and how we report what we know has occurred here in what is just a historic day here in the United States, Lester.
Yeah, and then, of course, Hallie, we are here on the weekend before the Republican National Convention. Obviously, there will be some changes. We don't know what is in effect, but we're hitting primetime campaign season now.
Yeah, we sure are, right? And this is a moment where everybody begins to pay attention, especially considering the start of the convention.
And this is, okay, hold on. First off, shout out to fucking Lester Holt. This is want me to get on a little fucking thing that I want to talk about right now. MSNBC, Fox News, CNN. When this happened, I'm going to talk about this right now. Hold on. I'm going to talk about a couple of things. And this is something that I fucking saw live with my own two eyes. Sometimes after shit happens, I don't be knowing, or I just be in, I don't know. But I can tell you this right now for a fact. Fuck. I can tell you this right now for a fact. There's biases, bro. You already knew that. I'm not telling you anything you knew. But for a young journalist to see this live, for it to happen, is insane. Oh my gosh. This is... Fuck, I had to post this. I'm watching CNN, I'm watching MSNBC, and I'm watching Fox. I'm scrolling through all of them. As information is coming in, I'm seeing through Twitter. Fox News was the first that I saw that announced that somebody was dead. Then MSNBC did it. MSNBC and Fox, I'll say it could have been one or the other. That's just what I saw first with Fox when I was scrolling through. CNN took about 5 to 10 minutes before they admitted. CNN took about 5 to 10 minutes before they said that somebody... they said that somebody had died, that the shooter was dead. It felt like they were taking longer to come out with the fact that this was an assassination attempt, that somebody has died, of how serious this was. At first, you don't know, nobody was saying if anyone died, nobody was saying if it was a shooting, no one was saying if it was an assassination attempt, and you get that. But after MSNBC and Fox have it, then I know that CNN has it. So I feel like in my opinion, just seeing this live and talking live, again, remember what I said 5 minutes ago about me just going off the cuff. I feel like CNN, that is wrong. I feel like there is just some shaky journalism and not coming out with the truth immediately as it is. So shout out to MSNBC and Lester Holt, because I feel like as soon as they knew, I'm seeing it, that it was reported that somebody died. And shout out to Fox, as much as everyone wants to talk shit about Fox, or maybe you don't, they were saying it. And of course, with something like this, I know that they're going to say it, of course, but I'm not getting into all of that right now. I'm getting, from that perspective, I'm looking at who's telling the news truthful, quickly, and to the people, right? So I wanted to talk about that out of the way. Okay. Now to what Lester Holt and them were saying, and I was getting into this a little bit of how this is, I said a couple streams ago, we're in the last 50 meters of the race. Pictures like this of Donald Trump, of what's going on. And I'm not going to have Lester's face. I'm not going to compete with Lester Holt right now. You're going to want to see.
How he was injured is not clear at this time.
Okay, how he was injured was not clear at this time. Yeah, you're not going to see Lester Holt's face with my face. I'm not going to compete with that. No fucking way. Okay. We're in the last 50 meters of the race that is this election. And right now, Trump just did something to fucking put a gas, or not Trump just did something, I'm sorry, but something just happened to put a gas in the Trump campaign's fucking whistle. This is good for the Trump campaign. And again, I know that I've seen reporting, everyone has seen the reporting that Trump is okay. So I do not want to seem like a dickhead just reporting all of this without knowing facts, or just saying, or just seeming heartless, right? Okay? Jesus Christ, there's so much coming. my head is everywhere. I don't even want to say the things that I'm thinking of. I mean, I'll say this. I wouldn't be surprised in the next couple of months if the polling for Trump gets higher away from Biden, if more House Democrats, this is either going to put more of a shift in the Democrats to try to push Biden away to think they need somebody else, or bring them together. If it makes them more apart and you push Biden out, and because Biden now starts seeing polling and starts feeling the heat on his ass even more, actually drops out, then if Kamala comes in, I feel like it makes it a landslide for Trump. Trump wins easily. If that's just what happens. That's just me talking off the cuff again. I'm going to keep saying this every 3 minutes. I have not planned for this. I have not watched news stories. I have not educated myself. I am doing this as a newscaster live with you guys. I'm going to go back to Lester Holt for a second. This is
Service agent, we thank you for joining us again. We hear at one point, I didn't hear this in the earlier recordings, we hear at one point one of the tactical clothed individuals say the shooter is down. As you watch that unfold, I take it they were not prepared to move him until they knew where the threat was.
Yes, you can hear that clear line of communication, and the communication is very clear and succinct. Can we move? Are we clear? You hear shooters down, and you hear, are we clear to move? Clear to move. So you're hearing them speak to one another. And radio communication is one of the most important things. Actually, when it comes to comms, you always want to say less. You can hear them using very simple words, 3, 4 words. They just want to keep those airwaves clear so that the most important, vital communication can pass.
Seeing the work that the Secret Service did when the shots were fired, getting Trump down, hearing them communicate with each other, seeing the people just protecting him, fucking insane. Shout out to every Secret Service members. America, as bad as America is, just seeing that the trained individuals of America's Secret Service, of our army, of everything with that. It looks like they did their job to 100% fucking accuracy, did everything they fucking could, and got him out of there as quickly as possible. So you have to say fucking impressive and shout out to that, like they're saying, okay?
So as they're hunkered down, they're locking him down. And if you look at the shot, actually, there's a shot where you can see the front of the stage, and around it you'll see that design, that almost like a smaller, like a design.
I want to see if CNN has it live right now. Like, I was watching this on my TV. Like, the CNN... Where's the fuck? Like, where's their live? The CNN, like, fucking headline on the news. Like, what we were just watching, like, everything, whenever you're watching something like that, it has a headline. There's the headline right there. Trump apparently injured after shots fired. The MSNBC we're watching right now, the Fox News was, like, saying, like, oh, shooter dead, 1 person dead, 1 attendee dead, and 1 attendee in critical condition. In the CNN, I took a picture of it. I'll figure out a way to edit it or do something. There's going to be an announcement coming up. We're going to fucking show that. No question that's going to come up. Hold on.
But he will address the nation about these events tonight in Florida. The shooting that apparently wounded former President Trump, who is said to be okay. It killed a spectator, wounded another who's in critical condition. The shooter, who has not been identified, we know nothing about that person's background or what might have motivated him. That shooter is said to be deceased as well. This story has been rolling out, and here is the
Joe Biden is
president.
live.
Thoroughly briefed by all the agencies in the federal government as to the situation, based on what we know now. I have tried to get a hold of Donald. He's with his doctors. Apparently he's doing well. I plan on talking to them shortly, I hope, when I get back to the telephone. Look, there's no place in America for this kind of violence. It's sick. It's sick. It's one of the reasons why we have to unite this country. We cannot allow for this to be happening. We cannot be like this. We cannot condone this. And I want to thank the Secret Service and all the agencies, including the state agencies, that have been engaged in making sure that the people who, and we have more detail to come relative to other people maybe injured in the audience. I don't have all that detail. We'll make that available to you. I may be able to come back a little later tonight, but we'll put out a statement if I'm not able to give.
Is this live? How does he not know someone's dead?
But the bottom line is, the Trump rally was a rally that he should have been able to be conducted peacefully without any problem. But the idea that there's political violence or violence in America like this is just unheard of. It's just not appropriate. And everybody must condemn it. Everybody. I'll keep you informed, and if I am able to speak to Donald, I'll let you know that as well. But so far, it appears he's doing well, number one. Number two, that they're thoroughly investigating what happened to anyone else in the audience. We have some reports, but not final reports. And every agency in the federal government, I'm going back to my phone to speak with the federal agencies that are being put together again to give me an updated briefing. Has anything happened? They learned any more in the last couple hours. So thank you very much, and I hope I get to speak to him tonight, and I'll get back to you if I do, okay?
Mr. President, do you think there was an assassination attempt?
I don't know enough to, I have an opinion, but I don't have any facts. So I want to make sure we have all the facts before I make any more comments. Thank you.
Are you worried, President, with the security failing, Mr.
The president stopping short of calling this an assassination attempt, but just noting that he plans to talk to Donald Trump. And
This is an assassination attempt. There's no fucking question about that. At first, when you see the news people or the news stations not wanting it to call an assassination attempt, that I can understand, because at first you don't know if it's gunshots. Looking back on it now, obviously it's a gunshot. Yeah, you look like an idiot to say it's not, but I can say as someone, I'm a reasonable, smart person, and I am a journalist, and I was looking at this trying to just think about everything that could happen. You could see originally how you don't know if this is a gunshot or not. You see, we still don't know how Trump was injured. Did it graze him? And at first I didn't think it could have grazed him, because I was of the mindset that he's so old that if it grazed him, he wouldn't be able to stand up and pump his fist and have so much energy. If it comes out that he was actually grazed and he has that much energy and he was doing all that pumping, that is fucking impressive, and that makes him look even better. Jesus, if he got grazed and he stood up and was pumping, that's insane. Okay. But when it first happened, there is the thing where you could not know whether or not it was a gunshot. So that's another thing that I want everyone to keep in mind, is if you even like it was possible that it wasn't a gunshot when that first happened. Look at it. But he looks, oh my God, he doesn't look good, but he's pumping his fist. He's still there. He's still for the this makes Trump look really good. This makes Trump look really good. What the fuck is I keep using that word martyr. I know it's a big word. I have an idea in my head, but this is for something like this, we have to look up definitions. You can't just say shit, bro. Hold on. A martyr, a person who is killed because of their religious or other beliefs. So yeah, not literally a martyr, but a person, someone killed. So someone who suffers persecution and death for advocating, renouncing, or refusing to renounce and advocate his religious belief. He's not necessarily a martyr, but they're going to try to do something like that of him. They're going to take the pain and the suffering and what's caused and what was done to him from this, and use that to propel him. And Trump's reaction of this, and this is what I was talking about earlier, where with America, with the show, and I hate to talk about a show or anything like this when you have people that died, when you have an assassination attempt on a former president, but it has to be said, Trump is amazing at putting together a show. Where even in this moment, in the fear and the not knowing what's going on, he's pumping his fist, he's rallying everybody around him. Look at this. You say whatever you want to say, but this is a quality of leadership, and this is a quality of power. Whatever you want to say, this is a completely objective Garrett Sims speaking. I'm not trying to put any opinion. I'm trying at my very best to think to assess what is going on right now from. There's no such thing as a black and white perspective when it comes to the human mind, but the closest black and white perspective I can give. This, for him to have the wherewithal to not know what's going on and to put his fist up and to be so excited, the showmanship of Trump, it's like he's never not aware of the moment of what the American people watching him, what's going on. I'm going to go back.
And Trump is, as his campaign says, fine. He is well enough to speak. He is well enough to be on the phone, at least with his...
He is well enough to speak. He is well enough to be on the phone. He is alive. He is okay. Biden just came on stage and said he tried to talk to Trump, and he has not been able to. Of course not. Biden is the last person that Trump wants to talk to right now. He doesn't want to hear any of that. Yeah, thank you for talking to me and checking on me. We'll talk you're the last person. These pictures are fucking insane. These pictures are fucking insane.
Hallie, thank you. Kip Tom, former U.S. ambassador to the UN, was just a few yards from the former president when the shots rang out. Thank you for joining us, sir. Can you tell us what you saw?
Well, I was just with the president a few moments earlier before he came on stage, and everything seemed like a normal day. But when he walked down that red carpet and walked up to the podium, and after he spoke for about 10 minutes, I was sitting in the front row at the end of the runway, but all of a sudden these shots broke out. And I think there was people that actually thought it was possibly fireworks, but I seen the gun smoke, and obviously
There was people who thought it was possibly fireworks. I said that.
I think.
Fuck. Crazy as all this is, everything else that I have to say, bro. Watch Guaranteed News. I'm such a good fucking journalist. Shit.
And but you know, it sounded like there was 6, 7 shots to start with, and then it seemed like there was a little pause, and then we heard a different caliber gun fired, which I assume was probably the Secret Service. But then I thought I heard another couple of rounds come off, but it felt like it was behind me. But it could have been the echo.
Did you hear did President Trump say anything?
No, he was just giving the typical rally speech that he typically does everywhere, you know, and trying to encourage voters to get out and vote, and talking about his plan for America.
But as the shots rang out, did he cry out? Did someone tell him to get down, or was that instinctive?
Yeah, we heard that. We heard everybody say, get down, but I think he was already going down. That's when everybody thought at first maybe he had been hit more severely than he was. I mean, it's already severe. And let's face it, it hit his ear. It could have been a little bit closer. It could have been disastrous. But when he went down to the ground, then he got up, he put his fist up in the air or his hand up in the air. So we knew he was okay.
There are presumably, at least it appears to be, a lot of people in that crowd. By now, you have heard that one spectator was killed and others critically wounded. Has it settled in of how close a brush everybody in that arena or setting came tonight?
Yeah, you know, there's a lot. It was interesting listening to the people as they departed the scene, and you know, what was going through my mind, and of course being a little older than many of those that were there, but I was recalling the Kennedy assassinations and some of the other attempts that were made during my lifetime, and I was recalling those and thinking about those, and then moving forward to where we're at today, and we still have a problem with this. So it's shocking, but most people are pretty upset. There's no question about it.
Understandably. Ambassador, thank you so much for taking the time being with us. We're glad you and yours are safe after this tonight. Retired ATF Special Agent Jim Kavanaugh is with me. By now, as you know, we've been reporting that the shooter in this case is deceased, presumably shot by law enforcement. I think the next question will be, is this a lone operator, the proverbial lone wolf, or is this part of some kind of conspiracy? Those are two different things. How will they begin to get, at least put the dots together?
Yeah, well, let's start with the deceased shooter.
And there's so many things that are unknown, even just going from this. And again, I talked about the CNN, the Fox, and the MSNBC, how every three of them has been covering this since it happened. If I had to give anybody advice, I would say watch MSNBC, watch fucking Lester Holt. If I had to give you more advice out of those three, surprisingly enough, do not watch fucking CNN. Go like 5 minutes back on this fucking stream to see why. I'm not going to go into it again. But CNN, the reporting that they did on this, I feel like was up to date, unhonest, and very biased. Okay, moving on. Surprising how much information it isn't known. You just heard him say right there, we're still waiting to find out if this is a single act or if this is somebody that was in a group of people. Another question is, how the fuck did he even get a gun in here? It seemed like he was on a rooftop. Again, I'm getting all this news as it's happening. The shooter was killed. One attendee there was killed. Another attendee there is in the hospital in critical condition. And Donald Trump is okay. He's able to talk. He's been on the phone. He was taken away. You're seeing him right now being ushered into this van by Secret Service members. So I'm getting all this information at the same time as everybody fucking else. But there's so many questions about, first thing, the guy that did it. And this is, again, I'm not trusting anything on fucking Twitter right now. But I saw a tweet, and I wish I fucking liked it or saved it or anything, where it said the man that did this, and again, it does seem like it was a man, and I don't want to go on too long of a tangent because I want to keep hearing fucking Lester Holt, one of the best journalists in the world right now, talking about this and giving information. But I saw a tweet that showed that who this guy was. He kind of looked like he would be a Trumpy. Again, I said this again, I have to keep repeating these things, I feel like, because I'm covering one of the biggest moments of my fucking journalist career. I'm mixing opinion with fact. Nothing that, a lot of what I'm saying is something that my mind is working right now. So if I say anything that seems insulting or bad, I'm sorry. I'm trying to cover this event and give real news while mixing it with the fact. When I saw the picture of the guy that I saw on Twitter, it looked like he would be a Trumpy. When I think about who would do something like this, your mind goes to, okay, is it like a very far-leaning left liberal, and what that could mean and who that person could be and what the news story would be like that if it turns out that this very left-leaning liberal, I'm someone that says that as crazy or as far-right reaching and how much bothersome that can be to talk to someone that's far-leaning right, it's kind of the same as the left, and you can paint them in that way. If it comes out that this is someone that's very liberal, very left-leaning, that's trying to assassinate the president, what this could do for the Trump campaign in a positive light. Again, I'm sorry for how this sounds to do this when it's a presidential assassination attempt, but we know Trump is okay, so I don't feel as bad doing this. So the positive that this could do for the Trump campaign, if it turns out that this is a liberal, right? I mean, because who else could it be? I don't know. Let's see.
And really engage your target from a long range. And there are weapons out there that allow you to do this. So even though, let's say you hunker this whole area down, you've got the magnetometers, you've got the tactical element, everything's locked and tight. How do you secure that outer perimeter?
All right, they're just talking about just the great job that it looks like that the Secret Service did in protecting Trump. It doesn't look like they're giving any more information right now. So I'm going to just keep talking. The next few weeks in America are going to be fucking historic. On Monday, the Republican National Convention starts in Milwaukee. Before this happened, it was said that, well, not even said, it was a fact that Donald Trump had to announce who his vice president was going to be by Monday at the latest. Now, if they push it back, you cannot feel bad for that, or you wouldn't be surprised. But also, if they don't push it back and he still has to come out and do it, considering that they said it's been about 45 minutes, maybe an hour, 15 minutes. I don't know. Again, my mind is fucking crazy right now since it happened. But they said that Donald Trump is able to speak and everything, so he's okay to an extent. So maybe they still say, Republican National Convention on Monday. We still want to know who your vice president is, right? There's going to be, America is the fucking country of the show. Whatever happens, and again, with the assassination attempt, it feels bad to say this, but what comes after this, I can't help but continuing to focus on, and I can't help but shake the feeling that this, from a public perception, will help Trump tremendously. I see polling numbers continuing to come out in articles about Trump, with Trump getting higher and higher above Biden. This was in Pennsylvania, a swing state that in Guaranteed News, if you go back and look at my stream probably 4 days ago, I said Pennsylvania is one of the most important swing states that are going to make the difference in this election, and Trump is having a national fucking rally in Pennsylvania where this happens, right? In Pennsylvania, I think we see polling numbers with Trump not only across the country, but they do the polling numbers specific. And I said this on Guaranteed News as well. I know I probably sound like a crazy person right now, just skipping thoughts all over the place. Please stay with me. I hope you are. Okay? So I see polling numbers all over the country going up, being better for Trump, but I see polling numbers in specific states, and specifically the swing states, scary enough, showing Trump being better. And I don't want to say scary enough. I'm showing my biases right now, and I say this of Guaranteed News all the time. My job is to be as black as white as possible and objective and just say what I think. So not scarily enough, depending on who you are and how you look at this, that's a positive for Trump's polling numbers to get better. So I do want to stay as objective as possible throughout this. But so in the swing states, and I'm going to go back to Lester Holt, because whenever he's speaking, it's important. And I'm going to keep saying this. You're not going to see his actual face next to mine, because you're going to want to watch Lester Holt, because it's Lester fucking Holt. So we're just going to get to that for sure. But I see Georgia, Pennsylvania, what were the other swing states? Nevada, fucking Wisconsin. These states, you see more Trump polling numbers because this is what I've been saying for months. It's not about the people who already didn't like Trump, already loved Trump and was going to vote for Trump. It's not about the people who already are Democratic. Nobody really likes Biden, but you're Democratic and you maybe don't want to go for Trump because you think of all the things with Trump. Everybody who is on their side, they're staying. It's the people who are in the middle or who are kind of to the left but could go right and are kind of to the right and could go left. Those are the people who matter. And the people in the swing states that think like that, they matter the most. And when you have something like this and you're on the teetering edge, how the news you watch, the stuff you consume is going to be the difference of what edges you over. And a lot of people are going to see this. They're going to see CNN and think, because I know what CNN's about to do, I feel like they're not about to be biased. Everybody knows that CNN is left leaning, but you think they're kind of more in the middle. I feel like the middle, as far as TV news is, they're going to be very left leaning. And they're not gonna accurately describe how scary, how serious, what this is, an assassination attempt, something that is terrible, something that should not be taken lightly. And that's gonna piss people off. And that's gonna make people want to be angry. You're gonna see Fox do what they obviously are gonna do. You can be mad about it. You cannot be mad about it. You can think what you want about it. But if you're a logical person, it's fucking genius. They're going to talk to every Trump person they can get. If they're genius, they're going to get the Trump people in every swing state they can get. And they're going to talk about he's fighting for America. He's a martyr like. I know we looked up the definition of martyr and it's not that and all that. But I can't help but keep using that word. Sorry again. But they're going to say Trump is fighting for America. They're doing this. We already saw a tweet from Conor McGregor. I'm not even going to go to it. All the things that are coming out. Sauce Gardner tweeted something saying, oh yeah, Trump is now the president. Oh my God, be so fucking cognizant of all the tweets you see, of the jokes. Are the jokes leaning to people making fun of Trump and making him look bad? Because you do see those where people are like, he should have, oh, the guy missed, he's a bad assassin, oh, how do you miss? Okay, but also look at the jokes that are the 50 Cent, the Mini Men, the joke. Those are jokes of a positive, like to make Trump look better. I hate being a very, too serious person. This just happened. I haven't done any research on this, so I'm speaking completely out of my fucking, bro, MSNBC right now, listen.
Cows, chickens. This is farmland. This is farmland here.
Butler, that's the county seat, but most of the county's private farmland. So it's...
And this isn't Fox News, and these are obviously people that are for Trump. They're at the rally.
We talked about, often Trump rallies, people are coming to celebrate, to see the former president. They're coming in with a pretty excited attitude. Can you walk me through what you came in with and what you're coming out with?
I came in with hope and excitement. Have you ever been to a Trump rally?
Oh, we cover them all the time.
Well, how does it make you feel?
How does it make you feel?
It makes me.
She's a good fucking journalist. Oh my God, everything is making me. How I feel? How do you feel? I'm sorry. I should have let them talk. I'm gonna go back.
I really feel that.
People who came we cover them all the time.
Well, how does it make you feel?
How does it make you feel? How are you feeling?
It makes me feel absolutely great and wonderful. In my heart, I feel that this man really wants to help our country because
This is the conversation that is going to be going on for at least the next 2 weeks, and if the Trump campaign is smart, until November. And you can't talk shit. I can't. It's obvious that I'm left leaning. I won't lie about it. But I'm not a fucking Democrat. I'm not completely left leaning, and I am a biased person. Seeing what CNN, how they covered this initially in the minutes, I don't know what CNN's been doing now. I stopped watching it. It was disgusting. I'm gonna keep saying that. But this is the conversation. Have you ever been to a Trump rally? Again, and shout out to whoever that woman is, that blonde woman that's out there interviewing. She's fucking smart and she's a great journalist. Fuck what I think right now. What do you think? These people are
for this country every day.
You could see it in her face.
I can see. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you and Tyler.
I would go back, but I don't need to know what she says. I could see it from her face. Donald Trump is fighting for our country, and he just came out here with everything that's going on, and he pumped his fist. What more can you say? And if you're being And if you're being an unbiased journalist, this isn't Fox News, this isn't CNN. To my MSNBC, from the last 45 minutes to hour and a half of my life has been the most unbiased news channel for the last 45 minutes, hour and a half, whatever you want to call it, since this happened of my life, right? They have people there on the ground interviewing Trump people about what happened, because you have to. This is kind of an unprecedented moment in American history. A former president who was running to be president again just got his life had an assassination attempt at his life, and now the conversation has already started about the positivity of Trump rallies, how good they are, how much of a celebration they are in America. And now somebody came into that Trump rally and they made it dangerous, they made it scary. And now we need to make America great. This is what's going to start for the next. Thank God that Donald Trump is alive, because you do not want anything like this. If you are a good person, whether you hate Donald Trump or not, if you're a Democrat or not, you don't want a fucking president to die. In my opinion, you do not want a president to die from this. So I'm thankful and I'm happy that he is not dead. Of course. The happiness of that aside, this is the single. Again, I am talking off the cuff right now, so I can be so wrong. When I post these clips and stuff, can I be allowed to be like a wrong 24-year-old just talking shit in like his mom and dad's house? Because this could be, in my opinion, the thing that wins Donald Trump the fucking presidency. The thing that in November, when people are in the voting booths, they may forget about. Oh, you'll never forget about this, but stay with me here. As fiery it is right now, this will be something that causes the decision for, I feel like, what people vote for. But on the day that they vote, they may not quite remember this being something or the one moment that pushed them, but it doesn't matter. You just need the moment. I don't know what I'm seeing right now. I don't know what I'm seeing right now. I mean, I'm seeing an assassination attempt, obviously, but then when you get into all the layers under this of what is this, and again, with Guarantee News, GS Studios, the company, may have a fucking conspiracy theory show. There's a million conspiracy theories going on in my head. And if you listen to Guarantee News, I'm dog whistling right now, and I'm not racist dog whistling, but I'm doing it. If you listen to Guarantee News, you can think what you want to think. I'm not going to, on this show, on this platform, with my words, with my voice, I'm never going to talk about conspiracies. Never. GS Studios may have a show for conspiracies. I may have somebody else come and do conspiracy shows. I might interview conspiracy theories. So I'm not going to say any conspiracy theories right now. But this is... What the fuck do you say to this?
But again, seems to be doing okay. In fact, we heard from President Biden a while ago, who said that he appears to be okay. We should note that President Biden says he will be trying to call former President Trump at some point here in the not too distant future. And there, the signal of triumph from former President Trump as he was put into that armored car and taken to, we believe, quite possibly the hospital we were just showing you a moment ago. Our investigative correspondent Tom Winter is with us. He continues to dig out fresh details. What more can you tell us, Tom?
Lester, a couple of these things coming from official statements from law enforcement, or for 3 to 4 law enforcement officials, to myself and our colleague Jonathan Dienst. We know that the FBI is now on scene and is assisting the United States Secret Service along with the U.S. Attorney's Office in their investigation into this shooting today at the Trump rally. You were just asking a question about whether we know whether or not the former president was shot directly, either grazed in the ear or in the cheek, or whether or not this was a ricochet. That's something that they're still trying to get.
That's another thing. I want to get off stream because I feel like the longer I stay on here, the more susceptible I am to say something fucking stupid. And I got to post the clips of these. You know, there's really no one watching right now. So, like, I can say a bunch of bullshit right now and just delete it later, but I have to have the clips. Major question, though, the reason I pause is because what happened to Trump? Why is he bleeding? Like, is it a grazing?
Perimeter. So for folks that have attended any sort of political rally involving either...
I want to stay on to that, but there's like a part of me that's like, Garrett, it's part of me that's like, Garrett, stay on fucking stream. You gotta fucking keep talking. You think you're gonna go out tonight when this is happening? Fucking stay live, keep streaming, post live everywhere. This is fucking American history. And then there's another part of me that says I want to be a fucking thought of as a serious journalist that's not just based off of fucking salations and headlines, and I have none right now, and my mind is going crazy, and I'm so excited as a fucking journalist, and I have so many fucking thoughts that I want to say, and I'm not writing them down or not thinking about them, and I could say something very stupid and sound like an idiot. I am very bad. I'm very in the middle right now. So I'm keeping it close to Lester Holt so I can shut the fuck up soon. Or out of needs be.
That we're waiting to get on. As far as what you're looking at on screen at the moments that this happened, this is standard protocol. You're looking at the heavy weapons teams that immediately went on.
What the fuck is standard protocol at a time like this? Obviously, there's standard protocol. This is all these people prepare for, but it's just like, shit.
President Trump and this.
Shout out to shout out to all of these men and women right here. Fucking dogs. Fucking dogs. Look at them. This is not a time to be talking about dogs and not being serious, but these guys risking their fucking lives, bro. Risking their lives, bro. Risking their life, bro. Like, this is gonna be the thing, bro. Like, fuck, I want to use the word, but I know if fuck, it starts with a P. Shit, I want to use it. This is the greatest piece of fucking shit. I want to say it. I already said it though. I mean, if you like anybody who watches this, if I don't post this clip or who goes back in, I'm not gonna delete the video. I doubt how many people go back. This is crazy because I think these are gonna be some of the best episodes of Guaranteed News, but like some of the least watched, bro. Like, this is fucking a crazy piece of. I mean, if I don't post the clip, nobody will see it, right? You know. It'll be live. You have to go on and watch the whole thing. But this is... Wow, I want to say it so bad what this is. What I think this is. I'm going to say it. Fuck it, I'm not posting the clip. This is fucking propaganda! We're seeing maybe one of the most great... I don't know. This is... Fuck, I just said I wasn't going to do it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
The perimeter to get close to that stage would be some sort of a high-powered rifle.
I have been taking so long to not say who I think is going to be president of the United States. I said it like so many weeks back ago, but that was like a different version. That was a different season of Guarantee. Hold on.
Lester, just to reset for everyone, we are tracking the ongoing.
All right, we need a reset.
Tom was just talking about in the wake of former President Trump having been rushed off the stage after shots were fired at the Pennsylvania rally where he was speaking. To set the scene for everyone, the day started with the anticipation, the questions swirling about whether this might be the event where he announced his nominee for vice president. Obviously now the mood, the tone, the focus has shifted to this horrific act of political violence that unfolded at this Pennsylvania rally. President Biden did address the nation just a short time ago, saying this is unheard of. Everybody must condemn it. He said he had tried to speak with the former president, had not been able to, but is continuing those attempts. He's also getting briefed. I want to go to our senior White House correspondent, Kelly O'Donnell, who is following all of this along with us. Kelly, what's the latest there?
Well, from the Biden White House perspective, this is a moment for trying to get information to the president. He, of course, is in charge of the Department of Justice and the Secret Service that are, of course, the agencies that will be working on this.
I'm getting off stream. I just gave you guys 48 minutes. I just gave myself 48 minutes. This was fucking insane. I don't know what else to talk about that won't make me sound like I'm doing conspiracy theories. I'm fucking off. Be safe. Be healthy. Have a good fucking night from wherever you are. Thank you for watching. Shit. Shit.